Sam Williams now just going to the conventional break instead of the stranglehold. Final seconds left in the 9th round. Round number 10, just the third time Jemal Hinton in double figures in rounds. And after the end of the 9th round, sat down in his corner and heard from his father and Emmanuel Stewart. The concern. Remember when Overcar fought Martin Quiroz? Emmanuel Stewart is basically the same setting. You knew Quiroz was the veteran of many fights. As a matter of fact, 62 fights to at that time, I believe. Overcar had only about 12 or 13. But their concern is, they thought it was a test, but their concern only was with Quiroz's right hand, and they knew what they were looking for. And at this point now,
the concern is the right hand. Also the way that Jemal is moving is to his left. That would run into an opponent's right hand. Mostly to that left, but occasionally goes back to his right, which against the big, strong right-handed punchers, you should take that away from him by moving to your right. Right here's a good opportunity for an explosion. Throw a big combination here. When you got Avila on the inside like that, Avila's not a lot of speed. He's real deliberate. Very slow.
Now, if you were standing in front of Diego Avila with his style, what are the problems that he presents?
He's always in your face. You don't have to look for him. He keeps you busy. He's not a big one knockout puncher, even though he put Jemal on the canvas. So what you really have to be concerned with is the activity. You have to outspeed him.
Although you would like to fight a fighter who you knew was always there, right in front of you.
Right. Well, these are terrific matches for Jemal to learn off of. He's learning to go these rounds. He can set the pace as he wants to. And I know right now Diego is setting the pace because he's moving forward. He's keeping the pressure on Jemal.
We figured,
and you know, a fighter like him, he's going to come on after 6. He's going to pick the pace up. Here we are late in this fight, scheduled for 12. He's picking it up here.
15 seconds to go in the 10th round.
Good combination by Jemal. A little bit quicker though for Jemal.
We'll be going to the 11th. The Palace of Auburn Hills, round number 11 of the WBC Continental America's Super Bantamweight title. Certainly a mouthful. Jemal Hinton at the age of 21, already making his 4th defense. The champion in the gold trunks. Only one knockdown in the fight, and the champion was down. Although only to one knee and only for 1 second. That happened earlier in the 5th round.
And this is the round, Al, that Jemal stopped Robert Shannon in the 11th round. That was back November 16th of 1989.
To win this belt. Hinton had only 32 rounds under his belt going into the fight. Some experts thought Hinton was going over his head there against the former Olympian, but a resounding, the 11th round knockout over Shannon. Crushing blows, and when Shannon went down twice, there was a crushing right by Hinton. That's the longest fight Hinton has had, winning that one in the 11th. Here he is in the 11th tonight. Avila has gone 12 rounds on 4 occasions.
Good punches this round from Jemal. Jemal's opening up.
First 3 fights tonight went a total of 4 rounds. But we knew we were in store for the long haul in this one. When you look at Diego Avila's track record, number 1, he is not a big puncher. He's not going to knock out his opponent for the most part. And number 2, he just doesn't get knocked out.
Well, Well, in the last round, Diego Avila came on strongly. And sometimes you just got to sit down, plant your feet, and fight. That's what Jemal Hinton did.
1 minute left in the 11th round. Hinton's last fight was in October. 5th round KO over Ortega.
Noted that fight was at his home in Washington, D.C. So Ortega was a test.
Seconds now and under the 11th round.
You know, every fight for Hinton is a test, too. He's got to prove something every time out as a young fighter. And he's proven something here.
And a couple of extra shots. Jemal Hinton not backing down as he goes into the corner. He has been getting many suggestions from his corner also. WBO light heavyweight champ, his good pal Michael Moore has been sitting on the other side. Now comes to this side to join us for the 12th and final round. Got a shot at you standing up, yelling some things at Jemal Hinton. Exactly what were you trying to tell him?
Trying to tell Jemal, I got a little hoarse.
Oh.
Trying to tell Jemal to, once he's getting his combinations off, to move the sidestep, give him left and right movement, because the guy, he wants to make a brutal fight on the inside. If Jemal, Jemal has to do is just box from the outside and throw combinations, and the man's confused and frustrated.
The early part of this fight, Michael, he was standing toe-to-toe with Avila. Do you think he was concerned about the distance?
I don't think so. And once Jemal found out he wanted to stand, and I was telling Jemal from the side to start boxing and stay on the outside. And if Avila was coming in with his head down, I told Jemal to come with a right uppercut and a left hook, because his gloves is wide open through the center.
And that is really where Jemal shines, when he can move and get those angles and everything. I'm surprised to see him standing there toe-to-toe.
So he looks beautiful standing on the outside. The hands is up pretty good. Giving him different angles, left and right angles.
It's beautiful, but he's starting to think that he's a big, heavy one, Michael Moore, a big, heavy one-punch knockout artist. Is he?
No, well, it all depends on what type of guy you're in. Jemal, I don't think he knows that. Jemal knows he's a strong, durable fighter. He's just trying to work a lot of combinations, get the right punch and take one out of there. Can't get a knockout every time, and he knows that. He's looking beautiful, moving like that. He's confusing the guy.
This is the Jemal Hinton that reminds me of Robinson, maybe of Leonard, but not standing in like he was the first few rounds. You had to be going crazy. You were getting a workout over there. I saw you.
Starting to sweat.
And now trading here on the 12th. What was your feeling, Michael Moore, when Jemal went down to the knee in the 5th round?
See, he didn't have his hands up high. He's keeping his right hand, his left hand real low, and the guy's coming hitting him right on top of the temple. So Jemal to keep that hand up, keep that hand, the left hand, the right hand in front of his face, and the jab hand right in front.
You're an expert knockout artist. How do you get somebody like Diego Avila out of there?
Doing what Jemal is doing. All he has to do is just keep him on the outside, and when he's coming in head first. His gloves is wide open. There it is. That's all. He's trying to confuse Jemal by after the bell, doing all them dirty tactics.
Well, he has 1 more minute to try to confuse Jemal Hinton. Early tonight over Carr. Won his 16th straight as a pro, and Jemal Hinton looking to follow after his 16th. Down to 40 seconds left. Now Albert along with the champs. Donald Grady and Michael Moore stepping in for this 12th round. He's been at ringside. Now tell us, is this side better than the other side?